Looks like we are live, and all right, we are live and jiving. Awesome. All right, hey everyone, or those who are coming in at the moment. Well, you guys kind of roll in and kind of get the hang of what's going on here because tonight's been very confusing. I will kind of update you on everything. It's been a very hectic 2 weeks, and I feel like I have a bunch of apologies to give to all of you and whatnot. So, as you know, y'all grab your hoops, and I'm not even sure what the actual viewer rate is because apparently I don't think comments are working anymore. I don't think live comments are working at all. And when I tried to look at them, things just weren't working out. So I'll explain this more in a little bit after, you know, we let some time go by and let you guys come in. I think I did post the correct link. I think I did. Yeah, I posted the right link. Okay. Okay, so anyway, my name is Audrey. I am the host of the show. It's called hoopingLIVE. hoopingLIVE, it's all about hoop dance and the art of hooping and the lifestyle of hooping and kind of the flow arts. If you are a new viewer, then you probably don't really understand what's going on right now, but if you wait for a little bit, I'm going to do a little demonstration so you'll have an idea. And if you're interested, stick around, hang out with us for a little bit. Usually the show gets pretty interesting as long as like Audrey, Brian, and Rebecca can keep it together. And which if you're human, you know is kind of hard to do. But we are working on it. I don't know if comments are working once again on the comments down below. I don't even know why they're not working. So for some reason one of you know, great, please let us know because I can't figure it out because I lent my computer, and I'm going to say this in the most positive way ever, that as you guys know, I've not had the past 2 shows because I lent my computers out to someone who really, really needed them for a very important film. I get my computers back late, which kind of upset me, but you know what? I figured, you know, my viewers are hoopers, they're understanding, they're loving, they'll let it go, which you guys did, I think. So I get my computers back finally, and I'm like, I'm going to set my computers up. I have my house organized. I got a Christmas tree. I am like, life's going to go well, and the show's going to be awesome. I set my computer up, and poor Bright and Becca are like watching me in silence as I am like crying because the people that borrowed my computer were French and did not change my computer back to English. And I was online. I'm calling people, how do I turn my computer back to English? And my computer just decided today that I still want to be French and wouldn't change back to English. So I have no idea how to use my computers right now, so I'm going to have to get my friend over here. I don't know what kind of method I'll have to use. It might have to be by force, but it will happen. If I go to jail for like, you know, like murder, you'll know why. It's because my computer wasn't turned back to English. I'm just kidding. I never kill Vincent. I love him too much. But you kind of get what I'm saying. You know, sometimes you're just like, why don't you just... especially during the holidays, you just want to like love everybody. But anyway, so I'm trying to keep myself calm, cool, and collected, and I've tried to make it very obvious in the hooping community that I am not one of those girls that's on Instagram that posts like perfect videos and photos, and it's like, my life is perfect. I hoop so well. I'm trying to make myself more like, my life is, I don't want to say disaster because I have so much beauty in my life, but my life is a normal life, which is like this, and try to like connect more with you guys. This is me like holding you guys. Holding you all is like a whole in like a normal like human hooper relationship instead of a, hey guys, my name's Audrey and I hoop all the time and I like always have my makeup perfect all the time And I kind of intentionally, I mean, I did a little bit more because Bryant was like, because I was like crying and had like no makeup on, and Bryant's like, you should put your glasses on maybe. And I'm like, okay, I'll put some makeup on. And that's like his sweet way of being like, Audrey, you look like you're upset. Which he knows me well enough that he knows that like I was like crying. I literally was crying. I'm like, I don't know French. Oh, it was a mess. Anyway, so I want you guys to not feel like you're expected to be this like high standard hooper, perfect Instagram YouTuber, and have everything right all the time, because even the most like high-end hoopers are freaking out. I mean, and you know, Baxter can kill me for saying this, but I had a conversation with Baxter about a little over a year ago, and we went out to like get a drink and have some dinner, and he's just like, Hoop Path. I'm like, yeah, Hoop Path. I love Hoop Path. And he's like, Hoop Path. Like, he's like, I don't want to do Hoop Path anymore, kind of thing. And he's like, I want to push forward. I want to make something new. And, you know, you think of Baxter and you're like, oh, he's always going to be doing Hoop Path every year, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, he even has his moments where he's like questioning what the heck is going on in his life. And now he's creating this huge, amazing thing with his beautiful new like girlfriend and partner. And it's like, even when you go through these like deep lulls of, even though things are awesome, like I'm still feeling low, but I know that they're going to come back up eventually. But when you're in that low part, it's like you're looking at the top and you're like, okay, I know I'm going to get to the top, but how long is it going to take? Because my patience is running thin and I want to be up there now. I don't want to wait. I don't want to do that hard crawl, digging my nails into the dirt to get to the top of this glorious hill. I want to just be there and make everything perfect for just a minute. Maybe that's just me, but right now, that's how I'm feeling. So anyway, if you guys can't comment down below, comment on our Facebook page. If you go to Facebook, type in hoopingLIVE, you will find us. You will find the link to this specific live episode of hoopingLIVE. Just post your comment in that comment section. Becca is taking care of it and making sure that your comments come to us. If you can comment down below, great. You have a magical computer. I don't know why. But anyway, Google's changing everything on us, and I have no idea what's going on. So, you know, I'm just gonna breathe. I'm doing the show because I almost canceled the show. I'm like crying. I'm like, they're all gonna hate me, and I'm not doing the show anymore. I'm just over it. And I realized, like, you know, Brian and Becca saying, like, Audrey, stop, rewind, do the show. We'll figure things out later. So I just want to, like, be thankful for those two little love bugs down there. But anyway, okay, I'm going to do a demo real quick. If you guys can't hear me that well, I'm sorry. A microphone is in there. If you can't see me that well, I'm sorry. I have my lights, like, rigged up. But next week, if my show doesn't look perfect and you guys cannot hear me perfectly, then you can personally come to my home and shake the nonsense out of me. We'll work on that. I don't know how I feel about giving y'all my addresses unless you're super cool. But anyway, I'm going to do a quick demo, and then I'll introduce my lovely cast of people that I love so much. So get your comments ready. Grab your hoops. If you have any questions about what's going on in your own life, hoop-related, non-hoop-related, comment on Facebook if you can't comment on the YouTube page. And let's just have a good show, guys. Let's just hoop it off, shake it off, as Tay-Tay says, and let's figure out how to make hoopingLIVE exactly what you guys want it to be and what we want it to be. I'm gonna hoop for you guys. And lucky for me, Kim Logan, if you guys don't know who she is a very good friend of mine, is allowing me to use her music copyright free. She's a huge fan of Hooping Live and huge fan of Bryant. She was talking about him the other day and is like, thinks like Becca is some like internet goddess that just like, she's like, Audrey, she doesn't even know you, and like, Becca and I have only known each other via like, or via however you say it, internet, but she still has the, pardon me, ability to like censor me. So if someone can do that over the internet, that means that you're someone special. And Kim was like, Becca, like, if she can get you over the internet and like censor you over the internet, that means she's something awesome. And she's like loving Brian Souping. So we love Kim Logan. I'll promote her a little bit down there if the comment boxes not only work, but the little information box right above the comment box, if that works, I'll have her links and you guys can listen to her music because she's about to release a new album and it is epic. Once again, her name is Kim Logan and she is the bestest of friends. My phone's gonna not die because I'm gonna freaking charge it. Alright, hold on. Sorry, you guys just went on a little whoop. You know what, Brian? My darling dearest, would you introduce yourself and do a demo while I try to get my life together?
All right. So, as Audrey said earlier, I'm Bryant, and a little, tips about me is that I, lived in Thailand for 2 years, started my hoop path there. I was a cyber hooper, and I learned how to hoop dance and appropriate flow and all that beautiful stuff through hoopingLIVE. I even made the logo. So, yeah. So basically, in Thailand, key facts that you should know, or like things that I learned in Thailand, is that when you're a hooper, you get when you're not around like a lot of people, you get really creative with all your utensils you can use. You basically gotta learn how to work with what you've got, and that's how I learned how to hoop really well with new hoops now, because I just got a Polypro hoop just a few months ago when I just moved back to California, and I'll start my demo. And if you see anything that you want to know in my demo, you can comment down below on the Facebook page, and Becca will send it to us and we'll answer your question right away.
Such a good hooper. It's good. Nice. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, Brian, you have like rocked it. Now I'm gonna let oh my God, Becca tell me if she wants to do a demo or not. Usually she's, okay, can I just like, I just want to do another like shout out to Becca. She is a mother who is like this multitasking goddess who is doing so much right now and still able to like deal with my crazy self and be here on the show. And then I have Bryant, who is like this like international genius that has so much homework and still can be on the show. I'm telling you, these are the kind of people that I am so grateful for and the kind of people I love having working with me. And I hope you guys are as grateful for them as I am. So anyway, if you see anything that Bryant does that you want to learn how to do, try to comment down below. Like I said, we are working on the Instagram thing, and I'm just done making promises. But if it makes you guys feel any better, I have like been rocking it on getting my life together and like my house actually organized and situated, and Kim is like being a stickler. Kim Logan, who I was just talking about, is like, go through your email, delete emails, and like just helping me out so I can, like she said it herself, which is what I want. My focus is to be able to focus on you, all of you guys and the hoopingLIVE team, and make you guys pretty much my #1 priority. So, and I'm trying to, obviously and always you have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of anyone else or love anyone else. But I want you guys to be, you are the drive. Like, the viewers are the drive for what I want to do. You guys make me inspired. And I know you inspire Bryant and Becca, and I'm seeing Becca pull out a hula hoop. So I think that means she's going to do a demo. So I'll take it over to Becca. And Becca can't really do a lot of audio right now, so I will read off what she has to say to you. But I will take it over to Becca. If you want to type a little blurb for me to maybe read while you do your demo, I can. Up to you. But I will put it on to her in a few seconds because I see her typing. I'm sorry guys if this lighting is bad. You're gonna have to deal with like that today. Audrey is gonna be a hot mess, and like just like it's one of those days, guys. You probably understand where everything is just like, it's like those days where everything feels perfect, and then there's that one thing that just pulls the balloon down and just pops it, and you're like, well, I had a great balloon that was flying high, and now I just have a piece of like nothingness, and you're trying to like mend it into some new creative thing. You're like, well, the popped balloon is in the eye of the beholder, and I am talking like an art student. I'm sorry. Okay. Becca looks like she's typing, so I'm going to wait, and then I'll read it and put it towards her. You guys can watch her hoop, and then I will hoop. And then just comment on Facebook, because it's looking like we're not getting comments on YouTube. If you can comment, great. If not, Facebook, hoopingLIVE. Find it, comment on the most recent post, and we'll read your comments from there. And if that doesn't work, then I'm just going to like go hide in my Christmas tree or something. Because it's a pretty good tree, right? It was really funny watching me put that thing in. Okay, anyway. Alright. So, my darling Becca Dearest, would you like to do your demo? And I will read to them what you are all about. Alright. It's all you, girl. She's so cute. Okay, so I'm going to read what her little comment was as she does her demo. It looks good. Alright, and she's doing it in a hoodie, which, as you guys know, can be really hard. She says, Becca says, I have those days pretty often, which is what I was referring to as being those kind of tough days where like everything just kind of feels like it's going downward. It has its high highs and low lows. Somehow it works out, but okay. I've been hooping for over 2 years and enjoy the dance side of it more. I love incorporating it into many parts of my life. Writing, community events, and all of that. So kind of what she's meaning by that is that she has been like, she's a great writer. I've seen a lot of the stuff that she does, and it's just like super expressive. I mean, you can see in her dancing right now that it's just almost like more of a performance art instead of like general kind of tricks, which is nothing wrong with that, but I love what she does. She is an incredible mother and an incredible helper of hoopingLIVE, and you know, very genuine, and it's really nice to have her a part of the show. So thank you, Becca. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do my demo now. Let's hope that I will not hurt anything. Oh, by the way, if you guys are longtime viewers, then you might remember that I had a blue table and like blue stools at one point. If you don't, no worries, but I wanted to tell you guys a story about my family. My mother and I are like two peas in a pod. She is my best friend. Oh my gosh, we have a freaking comment. Is that from Facebook? Oh, man. Well, that's okay. Facebook comments are okay. I was just hoping it was from YouTube, but whatever. Anyway, so yes, Facebook comments are working, guys. Go to Facebook. Put your comments there. Just take 2 seconds and like our page if you haven't already. Anyway, so just to get into the holiday spirit, I let my Christmas tree fall right now. I was like super stoked and put on like the Hanson Christmas album. I don't know if you guys know the Hanson. 1 second. Watch my tree. I'll be right back. Okay, so do you guys know who the Hanson brothers are? You know, bop, bop, dap, ooh, bop, meow, meow, doo, bop. That song? Bop, bop. The Hansons. Okay. You guys know it. I was like a wee one and was obsessed with them, like in love. Becca, can you give me like a thumbs up or something on the Hansons? Like, you know who the Hansons are, right? But we know who Mbop. Mbop. Badop bop doo bop. Okay, cool. Anyway, oh my god. I met the Hansons. I was obsessed with them. And when I met them, I started weeping. Instead of being like, oh my gosh, the Hansons, nice to meet you. I start weeping. And this is me with the Hanson brothers as like a small child, like crying because I like couldn't handle the fact that I was with them. So yeah, I really like them. Anyway, their Christmas album is like my favorite, and like so I hit my Christmas tree, and I finally, it's like me and my other little girlfriend haul it into my house, and I get all my ornaments out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna put it on the tree, and my friend goes, oh no, you need to let the tree fall first. Shut up. And not you guys, my phone. And I'm like, no, I want to put the lights and the ornaments on now. And then my other friend, Kim, comes over. She goes, no, you're supposed to let the tree fall. So I'm like dancing, like holding ornaments, like dancing to the Hanson Christmas. Like, I'm going to put ornaments on my tree. And they're like, you can't put them on for like 2 days. It's like, and from there, my day just went like down. I was like crying. I'm like, but I want to do it now. Anyway. That's the holiday spirit for me. Anyway, the blue chairs, just so you guys know, I bought these with my mother, who was my best friend. And they were originally those just like normal ones you buy at stores. They're like light colored wood. And we painted them blue, which you can see right there. And then we repainted them white and gold. And now they're like really pretty. But anyway, that's another thing I do with my life besides hooping is paint stuff. And I also did the table right there. But I'll do Instagram photos or something, hopefully, someday when I get myself together. But demo. Okay, demo. Guys, while I'm doing this demo and while I'm chatting about, like, nonsense, go on the Facebook page, comment on the most recent post that's a link to this exact Hangout. Post your comments there since the ones below are disabled, if they are disabled for you. Put your comments there about what you're thinking, what you're feeling, questions about tricks, tips, whatever with hooping, and so we can answer them live. I'm going to do a demo and then we'll get to it. Let me just organize this craziness. Let's see. I am wearing pants, by the way. This is just a really long shirt. So don't think I'm like trying to get too comfy. I mean, I love you guys, but not that much where I'm gonna like, you know, show my goodies. Alright. Well, should we do it? Yeah, I'll dance to a Kim. Look how like neatly I did that. It's like this represents how messed up my life is right now. The craziness of my sleeves. Alright, Kim Logan. We'll do, let's see if she has gentlemen on here. I think she does. Fingers crossed. Here we go. This is live. She has.
This one and I go all the way back to Berkeley College.
Hopefully this sounds. Does it sound okay, guys?
He's been all over since, but
Good.
we sat in our. For something like you.
Good.
Kids to show your heart. Little moments in the dark. Now turns across the floor. But then it's your turn. I won't be better to be a gentleman. To be a gentleman. I was a pagan, my records told me, because baby, you know, the best sound is the blues, with the record, with the light, that dance hall of 65, I wasn't looking for something that's true, and I give you a kids to show your heart. I'll give you two. Then moments in the dark. I'll give you three. No more turns across the floor. But then it's your turn. I hope you better learn to be a gentleman. To be a gentleman. So religion, oh, I got problems of my own. Don't want your misgivings, no. Gotta be swine, as you know. Oh, yeah. I'll give you one. Kids to show your heart. I'll give you two. Little moments in the dark, and I'll give you three. No more turns across the floor. But then it's your turn. Oh, you better learn to be a gentleman. To be a gentleman.
Alright. Well, that was gentlemen. And hopefully that sounded okay and looked okay. And you guys got into it. Godmaster Something watching, so it's working okay. Alright, looks like we have some comments coming in, so I'm going to go ahead and read some of these comments. If you have any questions about any of our demos tonight, please feel free to just comment down below, ask us questions, talk about the holidays, talk about stress, all that good stuff. We have a comment from Natalie Leash. Oh my goodness. Leishzen. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry if I'm not. It happens often. Hey Audrey, Bryant, and Becca, great improvising tonight. I was wondering if you could give some pointers on the infinity toss. I've been starting to practice it. Any tips would be great, and I'm not sure if you remember a couple weeks ago about my computer on being shy about being filmed, but you really helped a lot. I was at a local hoop jam the next day, and we occasionally have a guy filming, and he happened to ask if he could film me. That's awesome. I thought of your comments you said to me and let him film me. I am so thankful for this show. Oh my God. And I would have never stepped out of the box, my little box, without of you. Good luck with figuring out your computer heart emoticon, which I think was supposed to be a heart. And now I'm like crying because I needed to hear that. You know, it's like they have that saying that, like, even if you do this big grand thing that you mean to do for, oh my God, for multiple people, and you only hit one person and it does something good for them, those are the kind of things that just, like, keep myself, and I know Becca and Bryant, driven to want to continue to just make the show the best it can be. So thank you, Natalie, for putting that comment out there. And yes, I will help you with the affinity toss. Absolutely, and I don't know what that was, but apparently I'm trying to act cooler than I actually am. But I'm so glad that you got in front of that camera and that our tips and whatnot helped you get in front of the camera and feel more confident, because you are beautiful as a hooper and you should always feel that way. And Jen, all we want to ask of you is to pass on what we gave to you to another hooper that maybe feels film shy. So anyway, infinity toss. Let's get to it. Brian, do you know how to do the infinity toss?
To a certain extent. That's Tiana's thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Not mastered it, but I know the gist of it.
Alright, well, I'm going to give my quick little demo, and then I'm going to let Brian explain in a certain way as well. So what I was taught by Tiana was that the infinity toss is supposed to be something that kind of is almost like a mathematical thing. So what she taught me that really helped was love fingers. So you know, like this, like love or whatever. I know it's like rock on, but love. To hold it with love fingers and to catch it with love fingers. And what you're going to do, alright, is you're going to toss it, hit yourself in the face. You're going to toss it underneath your arm, kind of pop it underneath the arm you throw it with, like that. And then you're going to catch it. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Hold on. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's right. So what you do is with your left fingers, when you toss it, you're going to kind of flick it underneath your armpit. So what she taught me to do was make sure you're spinning towards the back. So your hoop's going forward, and then you're going to go underneath your armpit with those left fingers and kind of hit the back of your armpit right there and flick it. I think you guys hopefully saw that. Remember, you can rewatch this video as much as you want. So once again, flick it. And just practice flicking the hoop with those left fingers. That sounds kind of weird, but oh shoot. She taught us to just kind of go like because it's hard because you kind of hit your arm sometimes, but you just get like kind of a nice like successful round of like flicks where you kind of get that kind of understanding behind. And it's hard because when you do it, you kind of like, oh shoot. So you have to really understand kind of like the positioning and timing and weight of your hoop, and then practice doing that. So you get it. So it's you're going this way, flicking with the two love fingers, and underneath the armpit kind of thing. But don't let it hit the armpit. It's gonna kind of be like that walk the dog thing kind of feeling, but you're doing it kind of under the armpit and flinging it forward. Anyway, so you know how whenever I teach you guys tricks, I tell you to learn certain things to add up to an equation. So do that and then practice with your opposite one, your opposite current, which is going to be the same thing, love fingers, in that same way, which is, you know, kind of, oh gosh, it's hard to do. I have not really mastered it all the way yet. It does not look like I'm really wearing pants right now. So underneath, and then on the other side, meow, meow. So get a hang of that. And then once you get that, to do the infinity toss, what it's going to be is when you do the hoop over this armpit, you're going to catch it with your opposite hand and do that toss. I think that's what it is, but pretty much it's like oh gosh. I think I did that right. I hope so, because I used to do it like this. Unless I get like behind the back one, which I probably shouldn't talk about, but yeah. So instead of doing this and catching it like I taught you guys just now to practice, you're going to catch it instead of catching it with the same hand. You're going to catch it with the opposite hand with those love fingers, and you're going to switch them back and forth. So I'll show it from this side. Oh, into the tree. Oh gosh. Oh, it's hard to do too because a lot of people kind of go over the arm, but you're supposed to go over the shoulder, and it's kind of supposed to touch the shoulder. So, and I'm trying to make it very slow for you guys here, but and it's almost like you're touching the back, I think is what she said. Oh, no, 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 no. What am I doing? Yeah. Oh my god. Alright. I'm going to show you this from this angle real quick. Alright. Gosh, now I'm like, here we go. Alright. Remember, go forward. That's what I'm screwing myself up with. And that's why it kind of gives that, you know, that kind of like look. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Brian, do you want to add any extra excerpts onto that, maybe that I missed? Maybe I did the whole thing wrong. I hope not.
I guess a few pointers about the move. I guess, especially if you're tall, when you're learning this move, I would recommend doing it somewhere in, like, higher ceiling, because as I was, learning it, I had trouble, like, throwing the hoop, and it would hit the wall and it would, like, slide everywhere, and it'll hit my face, and I'm like, ouch. So, I guess, yeah, I guess it'll, that'll help. And also, Another tip is that when you catch the hoop with the other hand, I think you want to keep on going with the flow. It's not like when you catch with the other hand, your flow stops. I think a way, it's kind of like a sine curve, okay? No mathematics terms here. So like a sine curve, it has a period, and so the period doesn't end at the middle where you catch a hoop with the other hand. It ends at from the beginning, where the sine curve is at the beginning point. It's kind of like that. How I feel is like when you throw the hoop and you catch with the hand, it doesn't stop. You have to continue it, throw it back, and then catch. That's when the move ends. That's where you can take a break, and that's like if you were to practice it, that's where you would stop. To like, make sure you're doing everything correctly, instead of just throwing the hoop back and stopping. Like, oh, did you do that right? I would do both of those throws and to the beginning and check your moves at that point. I guess that's kind of my interpretation of how I learned to move. Sorry if it gets too math geeky, because I'm a math geek. Yo.
Oh, I had to unmute myself. No, I love that, but it is. I'm glad you said that because it is kind of like geometry in itself, which is really cool. Hopefully that answers your question, Natalie. And let's see, we have another comment from Grace Ashlyn Davis. I need some major help with chest shoulder hooping. Any tips would be greatly appreciated. I was obsessed with them. I think, what's she mean by obsessed with them? I don't know. It's saying like heart emoticon, which I'm assuming is just a heart, and it's not like a new trendy thing to say, a heart emoticon, because that might be kind of weird. But chest shoulder hooping. There's a lot of episodes where we teach that. I'll do a really quick demo since we're kind of have to end the show soon because we got a late start, which is my fault, but I swear that things are going to be better now that I have my computer. Sorry. My gosh, just had like a, what was it called? Jennifer. What was that girl that like accidentally showed her boob on stage, but that wasn't a boob, that was a bra. Oh my god, Audrey, help yourself by not talking. I'll try and teach you a little bit of shoulder hooping, but I have a great video on it online that I'll try to post to you guys. Just go to my YouTube page and you'll find a bunch of demos. Oh my god. Becca, I just want to read these really quick. Becca said, so lucky I went to a concert of the Hansons when I was 13. Got a message from someone who was watching, so it's working okay. Okay, that's great. Okay, and then Heidi Esterline says, hi Audrey, any tips on how to ankle hoop without just scraping up on the ground? Yes. Alright, so I'll do a quick shoulder hooping thing, but we have so many of those, I'm going to refer you to my YouTube page so you can figure that stuff out. We'll do a quick thing on ankle hooping, and then we'll have to cut the show short, introduce people because we're getting kind of late. I'm sorry about the delay in the show, but because sometimes you gotta just understand that generosity can bite you in the behind. I'll teach you how to shoulder hoop there, darling. Alright, so my little tip real quick is, I'm going to this quick and simple. When people shoulder hoop, you'll often see them doing this with one main arm. And they're using it to paddle. This is a paddle. Paddles are where you are pushing the hoop across your body and not using your actual full body to move the hoop across. So when you're shoulder hooping like this is more of a paddle. Now when you want to successfully, as I read, you want to learn how to chest shoulder hoop. So shoulder hoop is this. Chest hooping is this, when you're hooping around your chest. I'm going to assume that you want to learn how to shoulder hoop, which goes hand in hand with chest hooping. So what you want to do is shoulder hoop from your legs. It's a back and forth motion. So think about this, guys. When you're doing a halo, most of us hoopers know how to do this. So just humor me for a second. Take your hoop and go like this. When you're doing this above your head, your hand is pushing and going, and it's rocking, you know? It's either going back and forth and moving the hoop around, or you're taking your body and making it go around. So think about that. You're not going, unless you want to make it look like that, but think about how you're just kind of pushing back and forth. Or use your body and move back and forth, keep your arms still, and just let the hoop go around your hand. And that simplicity, think about that as your shoulders. So you're using your feet and you're pushing back and forth like your body is a giant hand and you're pushing back and forth. Now the one thing you want to do though is still use your shoulders and round them when they need to be rounded, because the hoop's a circle, your body's a square, so you need to kind of round your body. Now don't overdo it if you can, but just think about like that thing that maybe many of hoopers do. Instead of doing that, make it light and try to focus on pushing with this arm. So point your finger outward and push, 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 and then switch between both of them. And then all of a sudden, you're shoulder hooping with your body instead of your shoulders, which limits you to dancing, because once you start practicing shoulder hooping with the movement of your body, you can really move around. And dance. So, and chest hooping is the same way. You want to just push back and forth. It's like cha-cha. I can't really do it in the shirt, but let's see. Cha-cha-cha. I won't say cha-cha because I'm like that, like boom, 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 boom. And then when you make that, like what we always start out kind of big and big motions. Like when we learn to hula hoop, we kind of start like this, and then we end up like this. And then all of a sudden we're able to do the thing where people are like, oh, it doesn't even look like you're moving, because you're moving within the, current and flow of your body. Hopefully that makes sense. Ankle hooping, hold on. Before I move on, Brian, do you have any tips you want to give?
Oh yeah, so also another tip with shoulder hooping is that your hoop size will definitely matter, because if you have as for me, if I have a 31 OD-inch hoop, and shoulder hooping is actually really hard. Whereas if I have a bigger hoop, it'll be easier to hoop on the ground without moving, hoop on the ground without turning around, because the hoop spins faster if you have a smaller hoop, and that's a lot harder to do that, as Audrey said in one of her older videos. And so yes, definitely hoop size will be important. So don't get down on yourself if you can't shoulder hoop really well with smaller hoops, because the hoop will definitely spin faster. And I believe Audrey hoop is 32 inches, but she's about 5'4". But I'm 5'8", so it definitely depends on your size, how tall you are, and how small your hoop is. That's also another pointer you should know. And yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Brian. That is a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that, because bigger hoops really do help. Like he just said, this. I'm working with I think this is a 32, and I still love using bigger hoops because you don't have to move that much, and I really like to dance with my hoops. So the bigger the hoop, the more ability you have to move your body, instead of being with some, which is whatever. Smaller hoops are great for quick tricks, but if your hoop is super small, you're okay, gotta keep going, and you don't really have time to be dancing. And that one's still kind of small to really kind of get your groove on with, but whatever kind of hooping you want to do, experiment with different sizes. So ankle hooping, and then we'll wrap this up. Ankle hooping, my first thing is going to be, it's kind of the same as shoulder hooping, that kind of pushing back and forth thing. I wear Ugg boots when I do it, or boots, because it will tear your ankles up. Ugg boots have really helped with my ankle hooping, and I'm actually going to do that real quick. I'm going to let Bryant talk a little. Bryant, do you ankle hoop at all?
Not really. Uh,
No?
you know,
Okay,
it,
well, I'm gonna let you give your information real quick, and I'm gonna go get my boots, and then I'll show them how to ankle hoop and wrap up the show.
okay. So you can contact me on Instagram mainly, and I don't use my DB9 anymore, so there's no point going there. And so my Instagram is Dang Bryant, like Dang Bryant, like BRYANT. So that's where you can contact me, through Instagram, or you can add me on Facebook, at Bryant Dang, whatnot, because I'll definitely, add you if you have like a hooping picture, or I'll search up Facebook stalk your profile, like your profile, make sure you're a hooper and not some creepy creep. I had that once, and I totally pretended to. I did something really funny too. But anyway, so you can totally contact me there. I'm open to ask questions, and yeah, you can totally DM me, and I'll totally answer your questions thoroughly, or ask Audrey if I don't know how to do it. And
Thank you, Bryant. Bryant's awesome, and guys, yeah, he is a great hooper, beautiful hooper, very intelligent, great person to ask questions to, especially when I am in like my chaotic time of life. So, and also I wanna, I'll have Becca put her info down below if she wants to, but I wanna, as well as thank not only Bryant for helping out with the show and being such a huge supporter and, part of hoopingLIVE, but also Becca, that has kind of been my backbone during all of this and a supporter. She is great, figures things out, and is an incredible, incredible person to have on your team. So I feel very lucky to have her as my own. But if she wants to put some information, I'll have her do that down below. I'll teach ankle hooping real quick, give you guys information, and yeah, but she says she doesn't really do much on Facebook or YouTube. I'll try to change that, so we'll see. But anyway, with ankle hooping, like I said, hope this will work. I like to have boots on because it hurts the ankles. Now with ankle hooping, how I learned, oh gosh, this might not work. What I did to learn it was I started at my knees. And I kind of, I suggest learning how to, know how to hoop with your knees, with each as a guiding knee, and then maybe both, and then maybe just kind of using weight shift as, just really understanding leg hooping, like understanding up on your thighs, on your behind, mid-thighs, lower knees, and then as you kind of move down, it's that same movement, and then when you get to your ankles, it kind of becomes a kick, for me at least. It becomes like you're kind of kicking in a circle motion, I think. Yeah. Oh, don't hit that. I'm on carpet, which is not helpful. Do not be on carpet. And you want to just kind of swing your ankles around in a circle and push the hoop, and practice with both feet. And it's kind of like a boom, 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 like you're pushing, pushing, pushing out, just like leg hooping. Let it fall down, and as you feel it fall, I kind of pick my foot up a little bit and start thinking about kicking. It's like almost picking my foot up off the ground, kicking the hoop. Kicking, 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 kicking. You're not hitting the cardboard. This carpet is not my friend. And then you can try to keep it going if you're not on carpet. Anyway, I hope that works. And maybe teaches you a little bit. But it really hurts if you do that on bare skin, unless you are a tough person, but I can't do it. But anyway, guys, this show is Monday every night at 9, or not every night, oh my god. Every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time here on hoopinglive.com. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, and all the social medias of choice. We are getting our stuffs together. Oh, that wore me out. Ankle hooping is like a sport in its own self. Hopefully I'll be able to get the comments to kind of start flowing a little bit better. But until then, feel free to rewatch any of our shows. They're all recorded, so you can watch them as much as you want. We will be getting our Instagram and a little directory made, hopefully here in the next few months, that we can direct you to. so you can learn things that we've talked about in the past. So until next week, you guys, thank you so much for being a part of the show, and thank you for dealing with all of the chaoticness. I promise that the movie that I was casted in will be hopefully worth the wait than it was for the past 2 shows that we weren't able to have. But until then, you guys, happy holidays. I'll see you next Monday, and just remember that things are always going to get better, even if it feels like it's going to take forever. I love you all. Happy hooping or happy living, whatever you're going to do. Until then, we love you. Mwah. All of our love to you. And we will see you next week at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. That was so freaking lame. Oh my god. Bye.